Hey certified buyers, it's Sharna here, and I'm going to walk you through our first style seminar for 2020. We'll be going through the most popular style codes, comparing styles from 1 to 3 years ago with styles that are currently selling in the stores. Some of these older styles from seasons past are still popular and selling well, but others have run their course and won't be top sellers in our store. My job, along with Ashley, our merchandising manager and style guru, is to work with you guys to help you understand how to use our biannual style guides and to become a better certified buyer. Before we dive into each style code, let's look at the style silhouettes and compare how they shifted from the last 2 years. So 2 years ago, we were seeing a mid-rise or slightly below natural waistline. You can see on these two drawings. This line over here is the natural waistline, and then this is the silhouette from about 2 years ago. So we were seeing long, full-length skinny jeans, making them elongated leg, and shirts were more of a tunic style. Remember, leggings were big. Graphic and band tees were all the rage and super easy to find. You can see here I've drawn like an open shoulder. This is when like the visible bralette straps were coming into the scene, if you want to say. Any of the fitted styles were either like a unique cutout or an open back, front or top. This term strappy comes to mind. So thinking straps across the shoulders, straps across the back, strappy shoes and sandals were also really popular. Men's styles, those button front shirts with unique prints and colors, kind of like the Hawaiian shirts, were very popular. And then the rise of slim fit men's pants started and joggers were introduced, but not really widely accepted. Think 2 years ago how many guys were actually buying joggers in our store, and it wasn't very many. Compare that to their silhouette now, and everything is kind of oversized, statement shoulders and sleeves. The legs are elongated with a crop style pant and platform shoes. So there's kind of this boxy figure, especially down below where, you know, like straight down from the hips and shoulders, and then almost like a platform on the bottom of the legs. And let's check out some of these other inspiration pictures here. So you can see like the midriff is showing in almost a lot of these, where that's like accentuating the waistline. You'll see a lot of like high waist and then big boxy everything, but balancing out with big boxy bottom. So like kind of heavy shoes and heavy shoulders and very small waist. Men's styles, if we can, let's just scroll through these a little slower. Men's styles, I mean, they don't change a lot, but we're definitely seeing more slim fit, absolutely like tapered leg, as opposed to like straight fit jeans. You'll see guys wearing like rolled hem stuff where like the silhouette's kind of like a bowed leg, where you know, like fitted in the hips and waist, and then also fitted in the ankles. Men's tops are a lot cleaner with layering, jackets. This is the texture thing that we're seeing, where you've got like Sherpa stuff. I don't know, a lot of like logos are big for guys. Most men's accessories are kind of unique. So patterned socks, there's not a lot of pictures of patterned socks, but I know those are really popular, especially our like teen crowd. Like stance, so patterned athletic socks are really popular. And now that men's jeans are a lot more fitted and they don't have room for like endless pockets, we're seeing guys carry sling bags, which is a little unusual. So backpacks, like they wear them different sometimes, like, but fanny packs, or they call them sling bags, but they're really just fanny packs you wear on the side. So we've got here short sleeve shirts and short sleeve tees. This is the most popular section in our store, and we want to make sure we get it totally right. So the first thing to notice, and we've talked about this just before, is that fabrics and texture are really popular. So you're seeing a lot of solid color shirts with interesting details. Here's a really good example, this pink one. Something like, you know, like a lettuce hem or this tiny lace there. There's like cross front, button and zippers or corset. Gathered fronts are really big right now. Statement balloon or oversized sleeves are really big, especially with dresses. And you can't forget about everybody's favorite. Band tees haven't gone away. Graphic tees haven't gone away, but you're seeing newer styles because they're boxier and the cut is shorter. So, you know, everything's oversized and cropped, super boxy. The fabrics, we already talked about this a little bit, but the bleach dye or tie-dyed stuff, has come on to the scene. Everything's cropped, like literally everything. Any of these styles in great or excellent condition should be priced up. So most of our t-shirts that we buy can be in good to great condition because they sell so well. Some older styles that we can be selective on, embroidered patches are the first one to come to mind. So these roses here, that's the example picture I've shown. This style was pretty short-lived, and it's pretty rare to find embroidered items selling in stores now unless it's like embroidered text on a pocket print. Or embroidery over a screen print. I don't know if you've seen that before, but older styles that we can be careful on are these lace-up tie shirts, the faux choker, which is like has a piece of fabric and then an open cutout. These tie front, so sometimes they have just like a gathered thing that's sewn. Some of them are open and you can tie them yourself. And anything tunic length. So if you're inspecting a shirt on the buy counter that's tunic length, it's pretty much a dead ringer for an older style. Any of these styles we should be cautious on, and if we do take them in, they need to be in new or excellent condition. And it's okay to take them. Some older styles that are really popular, graphic tees across the board, just about any graphic tee, especially all band tees, are acceptable. No matter the fit, they're going to sell well. Also, we know that name brands always sell really well, so I hope you're paying attention to your customers' favorite brands. American Eagle, Pink, anything from PacSun, Zoomies, activewear brands like Nike, Adidas, throwback brands like Tommy Hilfiger, Calvin Klein, Levi's, Ralph Lauren. Obviously, these are, if there's a hole or a stain, then that's not something we want to take. But, these items, band tees, name brands in good or average condition are probably going to do really well in your store. The other exception would be large sizes. So making sure that we fill those sections, so focusing on quality versus style for large and extra large sizes. This means if there's we're a lot more lenient on those sizes if they're in great condition, regardless of the style. Next up, we've got long sleeve shirts and long sleeve tees. So current styles, we're seeing long sleeve staples right now that look like statement sleeves. Here's an example of like gathered. You've got like a little ruffle thing on there. Not so much on the hem. So in the older styles, we're seeing like statement sleeves on the hem, and now they've moved up to the shoulders. A lot of those mid-weight sweatshirt fabrics like Vans, Adidas, Tommy Hilfiger, with the sleeve print down the side, in like a checker flag or stripes. Just like short sleeve shirts, smocked or corset elastic fabrics in cropped lengths or detail sleeves are very popular. And then from styles from 1 to 3 years ago, the most popular style that comes to mind is flannels. If you remember about in the fall or winter 2018, probably half of our section of long sleeve shirts was flannels. And they sold crazy, amazing well. We couldn't keep them in stock. And so now we've moved to more of like a slimmer, obviously shorter, everything shorter. As far as condition goes, these should be in great to excellent condition, making sure that holes and stains, there's minimal signs of wear. And this is a section we can be a little pickier on our style. Basic, boring long sleeve shirts, especially in off brands, don't sell well in any store. So that black solid, long sleeve shirt, unless it's a name brand, is not something that we need. Okay, older styles that we're still looking for, flannels in neutral colors. So any of those like bright orange, probably pass on that. But neutral color flannels do really well, especially when we can layer them with like bodysuits or those like ribbed fabrics. Popular brands also do really well, regardless of the style almost. But making sure that if they're in excellent condition, we price them up. If they're in good, average condition, and in a larger size, that's definitely something we want to take, even if it's an older style. Okay, shorts. This is a section that we buy all year round. Let me remind you, when you're asking people or talking to people on the phone, we buy all styles all year round. Let me remind you, we buy all styles all year round, but especially shorts. Shorts sell so quickly in the summer that if we're only buying them during the summer months, then we're not going to be able to fill our store. So comparing some older styles to current styles. One of the biggest things I'm noticing this year is a bit of a longer length. So instead of like a 1 to 3-4 inch inseam. We're seeing like a 2 to 10 inch inseam, and that's evident with like biker shorts are big. Even these like, I don't know, cut off mid thigh shorts, I guess you could say. We're seeing the mom fit, which obviously like isn't oversized. It's really hard to have like super short oversized shorts because they're a little awkward to wear. Lots of distressing, but definitely a higher rise than in the past. And other styles that are becoming popular are those paper bag shorts, and that's what this is, which is a terrible name, but it just means that it's like a boxier square cut. It has a tie front typically with pleats. And honestly, the way they make these shorts is they're literally a square and they put pleats and a tie around them. So they're made to fit and look oversized. Condition in our shorts, average to good condition. Just make sure that they're clean. That's the biggest thing. And then fabric shorts should be in excellent condition always. Any fabric shorts that are like worn or have pilling on them is something we pass on almost every single time. Some older styles that we are selective on, those fabric shorts in cotton poly blends, unless they're that paper bag style. I know in the past, those floral prints have been like really big, so you may see a ton of them come through your buy counter, but I would pass on 99% of them. The other styles to be aware of are embroidery, especially embroidered patches. Just if you are taking them, making sure that they're either PacSun, American Eagle. Like, aside from that, I would pass on almost all of them because embroidered's kind of that like on the do not buy list. Let's see, anything with a low or mid-rise should be super, super selective unless it's name brand and in excellent condition because we're looking for mid to high rise shorts and pants. Older styles that are still popular, pretty much anything with distressing, especially the mom fit, making sure if we're seeing like Levi's, vintage Levi's, I would price those up quite a bit. I mean, they're pretty rare and everybody's looking for them right now. Some exceptions that always get a free pass, American Eagle, PacSun, Levi's are our top selling brands for shorts, and I'd recommend pricing them up, especially if they're in good or great condition. And that means double the price. All right, skirts. Styles of skirts, we're seeing a lot of like the button-up denim or corduroy in different colors, mostly solid. Also those tiered skirts, mid-thigh or calf length. Fabrics are really important to track with skirts and dresses, and so right now we're seeing a big divide between either very stiff fabrics like denim, corduroy, or very, very lightweight, sheer, flowy fabrics. Even this animal print skirt has like a shimmery, it's probably like a polyester, and they read almost as a neutral rather than like a statement print like we've seen in the past. So even these 3 examples compared to these 2, you can see the florals are kind of the big thing versus the fabric, and the way they flow is the big thing now. Embroidered skirts are another one on our older styles to be careful about. Anything that's a cotton poly blend, I would be careful on. Non-stretchy fabrics seem to be really popular right now. Embroidered skirts, pass on pretty much always. Like the solid color maxis, especially the ones with the 2 slits that have like the weird panel in the front. No thanks. Older styles that we can take are any mini length denim. So if it doesn't have embroidered, but it's a denim mini skirt, totally, I would take that every time. If your skirt section is really small, then that's an opportunity to check on your pricing, and you could probably increase it. If your skirt section keeps growing and isn't moving, then that's a good time to go through your styles that they have been there for a while and stop taking the ones that are older styles. So here's a good, some of these like embroidery, stretchy cotton fabrics. So. Dresses. Okay, my least favorite section in the store, I'll be honest, is dresses because they're so hard to buy. So many of them come in excellent condition, never been worn, and there's a lot of stores that sell every style of dress, and they're really hard to figure out which one's new and which one's not. So, and they're the easiest item to offend our customers on. So making sure that your buying team is on the same page with the styles that you need for your store. Again, this is styles that your customers are asking for that sell really well. I always look to Free People is kind of like the wheelhouse for dresses. They kind of rule the space with romantic styles, a lot of V-neck or sweetheart necklines, the corset or cinched smock, cross front, all of those textured lines and stuff on the bodice. Statement sleeves are a staple. You can see this a bubble sleeve with like a gather on the end of the hem. And then think about the silhouette that we talked about earlier. Heavier weighted top, shoulder sleeves, and a straight fit from the hips with accented waistline. So sometimes that means that it's a two-piece. Sometimes it means that it's like this black dress. You can see that it's very defined on the natural waistline. And then the shoulders are a little more flowy. And then it has an A-line cut with elongated legs and that stacked heel boot. In the past, it was really popular to see the drop waist style. That's what this white one is. That's kind of just like straight, slim body all the way down is the same. So cutouts and sheer panels were super popular and very like across the board on a lot of things. T-shirt dresses have been a staple for a while. So the fabrics were very soft and super comfortable. The bodycon off the shoulder dresses were really popular. Here's a ribbed dress. That's a knit, all one piece. It doesn't have any seams. And then one of the easiest ways to be selective about dresses is the fabric. So at your buying counter, look for lightweight, flowy fabrics. Again, small floral prints or animal prints or solid color fabrics with texture. If you're checking tags, 100% polyester is much more common now compared to the super soft t-shirt fabric that has a cotton poly or a rayon blend that we've seen in the past. And make sure your dresses are all in excellent condition. The exception would be anything from Free People that isn't damaged. The next section, denim. All right, this is kind of like our wheelhouse, our staple of the store. And right now we're seeing not just distressing, but like on the verge of destroyed, which is tough for our store. But this thicker mom jean, vintage Levi's, you'll notice, are not stretchy, and they hold up a lot better to especially the distressing. The lengths are shorter than they were in the past, and now we're seeing a crop or just below the calf, and super high rise are really popular. The biggest difference between now and styles from the past are the oversized fit. So you can see these examples are very slim, skinny fit, whereas these three are, like this middle one is a mom jean. Even this one has like a tapered straight leg versus a skinny leg. And then this is more of a boyfriend fit. As long as they're clean, we need to be buying higher waist denim in average or good condition, especially in sizes 9 and up. Don't be super picky about distressing on those bigger sizes. Make sure to inspect for hand cut holes or distressing. We want to be really, really picky on low rise denim, especially in sizes 0 to 5. Let's see, colored denim is another item on the do not buy list. Since it's so hard to sell right now. Like, don't buy colored denim unless it's black, which isn't a color. Okay, coat light. So these is our layering jackets, or I like to think of it as like early fall, late spring layering items. Denim is king this season, and you'll see denim jackets in almost every retail store for around $40, just to give you a kind of a baseline price. Some of these styles are popular that you'll see are like Sherpa, so that's like the teddy bear fabric, or quilted. Again, this is a boxy oversized fit. Utility jackets seem to be a timeless classic, and anything crop length continues to be the most sought after style. Let's look at some styles from years past. The first one that comes to mind is this faux leather jacket, and almost everybody has worn one. You probably have one in your closet if you haven't cleaned it out in a while, and you'll see a bunch of them at the buy counter. So be super, super picky about which ones we take. It's okay to buy them, especially if they're name brand, if they're real leather. Oh, every time. But any of them with like the sweatshirt zip-in thing or a hood, or you have like the sweatshirt sleeves, I would probably pass on. Blazers and these tunic length coats were really popular. Dusters, I don't have any pictures of those, but the long sweater dusters have been super popular, and they are still. So be careful about buying those tunic length jackets like this denim guy. Since you'll see a lot of them at your buy counter, be selective, take the name brand and excellent condition ones, and pass on everything else. Some older styles that are still popular: denim, denim, and more denim. As much as you possibly can get, since so many good denim jackets are pricey and they sell really, really, really well in our store. So this has been a staple around for a long time, and good denim is hard to find. So keep taking it, regardless of the style. So the cropped length ones, any of them that are distressed, price them up a bunch. The plain ones with like a regular fit or even a longer length, I would still take. Real leather jackets in good condition are another item that we will never, ever, ever stop buying. If it has the tag authentic leather, it's something we want in our store, and it's going to be $100 plus. So make sure you guys, and not in our store, but you can't buy a real leather jacket on the market for less than $100. I mean, maybe at a secondhand store and you got a killer deal, but if you're buying it new, you'll pay at least $100 for a real denim jacket. So be aware of that and price it accordingly. All right. Sweaters, you know the story by now. Oversized, statement sleeves, chunky fabrics, textures of everything, and of course, crop styles. Be careful about thin fabrics, that tunic length, that's this guy here. Anything with big buttons, or the classic librarian cardigan, you know what I'm talking about, that you can find on JCPenney's clearance rack every year. Styles from past years that still resonate with our customers are definitely those long duster sweaters or cardigans. Have done really well, especially if they're slightly oversized. And the mock neck classic sweaters sell well if they're in excellent condition or like a super soft fabric. Anything with acrylic is probably super cheap. Anything with wool is going to be super expensive. Cashmere is a type of wool, and I would take almost every cashmere and make sure you price it up. Check your buying encyclopedia for more info on how to spot high-end fabrics. But accessories, small bags and backpacks are super popular, so we shouldn't exclude any accessories from our most popular brands or purses. Meaning, if you have Michael Kors or Kate Spade, Louis Vuitton, it's pretty rare to see Louis Vuitton, but Coach is very popular. Any of those in excellent condition, we take all the time just making sure that you do your homework on the prints, the fabrics, the style, and, like compare on Poshmark, eBay, wherever online sells used stuff, and you'll be able to get some help with pricing, or you can talk to your manager. All right, we're almost through, so stick with me. This list of brands, it should be very familiar to you as a certified buyer, but if there's a name on here that you do not recognize, please talk to your manager or consult your best friend Google and find out the price point along with the style. For men's styles, it's a lot smaller. I mean, you'll see like mall store brands. Zumiez PacSun kind of rule the market here. Okay, thanks for joining me for our Style Seminar 2020. I hope this helped you understand some of our style codes and what we're looking for in the store or hoping to buy to stock in our store. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out. You can talk to me or Ashley at runwaymerch@gmail.com. We're always happy to help.